Once you've built the core mechanisms of your online community, meaning once you've put in place all of the features, you have an onboarding process, you have a bunch of live call formats determined in advance, etc. Your calendar's all filled, you have all these features and systems that you've put in place to actually have a community, you can start focusing on details such as those pertaining to design. And what I mean by design is branding, the visuals, how you're going to position yourself and stand out as a community. But why focus on design? I've kind of hinted at that already, but because branding matters. Name any successful business, and whatever business you think of, they not only have a great product or service, but also amazing branding that propels their offer to the top of the food chain in their respective markets. Your online community, which is basically a product or a service, should be no different. You can have the most amazing online community. It can have some of the greatest features that any online community on the internet has. But if you don't have great branding, then there's no way that you can position yourself uniquely in the competitive online community market to stand out as something worth a prospective member's time. So it's really important that you focus on branding. You focus on how you can position yourself as a successful community or whatever it is that you want to position your online community as. You only have so much visual real estate on Skool.com, but I'm sure this applies to a multitude of online community hosting platforms, Discord, Circle, etc. So make sure that your visuals count. Do not be redundant with your visuals. Every community builder on Skool.com receives the same canvas, and we'll see what I mean by that in a second, but not all communities are masterpieces. And so let's look at some examples here for a second. So here we are in Movement Gems Free, which is an online community. So every community on Skool.com looks the same. It looks like this. You have your forum feed, you have your description area, your description banner, and your logo area with the title. Where you can stand out with your branding, and if we're going to speak in terms of visuals, are literally just these two areas. The community banner right over here on the right hand side and the community logo here on the top left hand side. Those are the only two areas aside from the about page where you can stand out in terms of branding, in terms of visuals, in terms of adding images, these kinds of things. And so it's very important that with this limited amount of visual real estate where you can stand out and position yourself as something unique, that you take advantage of it. And so they have a very nice banner over here. But my problem with this banner is that it's a bit redundant in the sense that you have basically Movement Gems Free, the title of the community itself, the name of the community, just simply being repeated in the banner. The branding is very clearly the whole gem, Movement Gems, the idea of a gem. So I think that's actually a good logo. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You only have so much visual real estate. I don't think you should have your name and then the name repeated in the community banner. Maybe that's just me, but in terms of visual real estate, maybe you would have wanted to put something that would stand out, because what you can do with this visual real estate over here, especially the banner here where you can actually see it, it's quite large in comparison to the logo, which is quite small over here, is that you can show the transformation. You can show the end results or the before and after that this particular online community can offer. And this is especially easy to do in a fitness community, which is what Movement Gems Free is. Movement Gems Free is a fitness-based community. And so you can illustrate, you can show the transformation. Typically, people will discuss the main mission or the purpose or the transformation that their online community offers in the description. But as we know, a picture speaks 1,000 words. And so if you have a transformation in your banner, so for example, on one half of this banner, you show the before, perhaps the community builder, Andrew, looking skinny and unhealthy. And then on the right-hand side, you can show him fit, muscular, shredded, and healthy. And basically that's going to illustrate to a prospective member and to members within the community that this is what this community offers. And I literally have an exact example of this to show you. So if we go here to the Discover Communities section in Skool.com, you'll see the #1 ranked online community on this website, which is Adonis Gang. And as you can see, he does this transformation perfectly. He doesn't just simply repeat Adonis Gang in his description banner and have the same logo there. he actually uses that visual real estate to illustrate the transformation that his online community has on offer, which is this is him before the self-improvement transformations that he helps people with in his community, and this is him after. So this is the transformation that he offers if you follow his advice. And so this is a very powerful thing, because the text itself, where people typically discuss the purpose and the transformation that their community offers, doesn't stand out as much as an image. The first thing that you look at when you look at this page, these tiles of community banners, is you see the images themselves. You look at the people and you look at the colors, the details, whatever it may be. That is branding, and that's where you want to stand out. You're not going to first catch anybody's attention by the copy that you have. They'll look at the image, and if the image interests them, then they'll follow through and look at your description and perhaps join your community that way. And so if we actually click on Adonis Gang, you'll see he has the excellent transformation banner depicted here. He has on his about page this nice banner with all of his homies. And so you can see here he also has a unique logo. So including his about page, he has 3 different images. He's not repeating the same thing in all 3 of these images. He's making use of the limited amount of visual real estate that he has to really make an impact in terms of his branding. And if you don't believe me that it's important to convey a transformation in your online community banner, then again, look no further than the Skool Community Discovers tab, where Adonis Gang is ranked as the #1 community on the entire website. So all in all, regarding today's lesson, just make sure that you make as much of the visual real estate that you're given, whether it's on Skool.com, which is a community hosting platform we were just on, or on any other online community hosting website that you're on. You are given a certain limited amount of visual real estate to express your online community, to express the branding of your online community. And today we even saw that it's really important to convey a transformation and not necessarily repeat the same details across all of the limited spaces that you have to showcase the visual branding aspect of your community. And with that, thanks for watching today's lesson.